So the hashtag Restore the Snyderverse has made its rounds around the internet, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, with fans trying to, I guess, once again, make something happen with the power of the people, through grassroots, through word of mouth, the old school ways. And honestly, I think it'll work because if the fans can pressure a studio into actually releasing the movie, and if the fans can force a studio to change the character design of Sonic the Hedgehog, I mean, why not? If we can get the Snyderverse restored, it's official. The fans, us, we control the narrative. We run Hollywood. And that they have to listen to us. Because if they don't, there'll be hell to pay. Maybe not hell to pay. That's a bit much. But if they don't listen to us, we're going to rag on all their creative works. And I, for one, can't wait to see if the Snyderverse does indeed get restored. Because Snyder Cut was stellar. It was amazing. And I personally, yes, want to see more. Ladies and gentlemen, blurs and nerds, freaks and geeks, this is Do You Speak Geek, episode 71. Welcome to the ride, people. This is Do You Speak Geek. I am your host, Nix. Thank you all for tuning in. If you've joined us for the first time, welcome. And if you're an avid listener, welcome back. This is the show. We bring you the latest and up-to-date news going on in the geek realm. Shout out to all the new subscribers and all the new family who have been following us and checking in. If you are listening to this podcast, you're probably over there at Spreaker. Spreaker is the home team. If not Spreaker, you can listen to us at Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Stitcher, Audible, iHeartRadio, Spotify. We're kinda everywhere. So please be sure to listen and subscribe to the podcast and like it as well. DoYouSpeakGeek.com, the place for everything DYSG. We have photos, we have blogs, we have merch. So please be sure to go to DoYouSpeakGeek.com and check us out there. Follow us on social media, Facebook at DYSGFB, Twitter at DYSG_tweets, and Instagram at DoYouSpeakGeek. The YouTube channel is the only place where you can follow the Dono and Daddy Show. Please be sure to like, subscribe, Detroit, smash that bell for all notifications, and leave your comments. We want to know what you guys think. Nothing big this week as per usual, but we're going to go ahead and jump into my favorite portion of the show. Y'all already know what it is. Source Wall.
Man, you come right out of a comic book.
Behold the Source Wall.
Can you read, my son?
Well, that depends.
There is nothing wrong with reading a story and looking at the pictures.
Enough said. Stan, the pull list this week. We got Power Rangers 5. The new Power Rangers are attacked by the young assassin known as Astronomer, one of the most powerful characters in franchise history. Meanwhile, Lord Drakon and Trini face off against one of the greatest Power Ranger villains ever, with a shocking conclusion. Again, this one's dope. Please check it out. Power Ranger series is one of the most best series out there. I'm telling you, it's amazing. If you're missing out, you're not reading. Absolutely. The Amazing Spider-Man number 62. New costume debuts. Kingpin makes it personal with Peter Parker, and New York City itself will pay the price. And another fuse was lit more than 30 issues ago is now reaching its explosive destination. What are they talking about? Gotta read to find out. Carnage, Black, White, and Blood number 1. Carnage rules. Witness the cerebral chaos caused by Carnage, brought to life by some of the greatest creators in Marvel. But beware, true believers, True to the titular character's namesake, these spine-chilling tales are not for the faint of heart and are presented in black, white, and blood. I like this series going on here. Wolverine got one. We got one for Carnage. Maybe we can get one for Blade. Come on, Marvel. Listen to your boy. Let's get one for Blade. Teen Titans Academy #1. Welcome to the Teen Titans Academy, packed with both new superpowered teens and numerous dark secrets. Teen Titans Academy student body includes Shazam, a new Australian speedster, a trio of Gotham teen expedites obsessed with Batman, and one member of this first class will become the Deadly Red X. Original new Teen Titans includes Nightwing, Starfire, Raven, Cyborg, and Beast Boy to take on the role of teachers and mentors of superpowered teens. Their goal to shape the next generation of heroes. I actually enjoyed this one. This one was pretty cool, so check that one out if you're a Titans fan. And finally, we have the Source Wall Wednesday pick of the week, Alien #1. The iconic cinematic terror makes its Marvel debut. Gabriel Cruz gave his life to Weyland Yutani in the case of an alien attack. He barely survived, almost literally. Recently retired, Cruz is trying to patch things up with his abandoned son with the help of his friend, a Bishop model android, but his re-entry into civilian life is not going smoothly, and his encounters with the deadly xenomorph are far from over. Philip Kennedy Johnson and Salvador Lacroix team up to tell an all-new tale of the titan of horror and science fiction that has scared audience for decades. No one is safe, no one is innocent, and of course, no one can hear you scream. Excellent book. Excellent. Shout out to Philip and Salvador. Excellent book. Yes. In Source Wall news, Marvel Comics, has shifted the industry. Less than a year after DC Comics is shocking the industry by cutting ties with Diamond Comics distributors. Yeah, sorry, couldn't talk there. Marvel Comics is making a similar transition. Marvel announced plans to shift its direct market distribution to Penguin Random House as part of a multi-year partnership. Beginning October 1st, Penguin Random House will begin distributing Marvel's monthly comics and graphic novels to comic shops. Hatchet Book Group will continue to handle distribution to the bookstore market. Whereas DC cut ties with Diamond completely last year, Marvel is still giving store owners the option to order through Diamond. However, in those cases, Diamond will now act as a wholesaler rather than a distributor. This is pretty big. You know, a lot of people are loving what they're doing right now. Diamond has had things on lock for a long time, and this is really giving people a lot more ways to get their publishings out. And this definitely means something good for indie books as well too. So we're definitely looking forward to what this is going to bring in the future as far as distributing comics. Spider-Man Miles Morales is about to face his own clone saga. Well, let's see how this is gonna go. But, 3 decades after the fact, the Clone Saga is still one of the most infamous Spider-Man storylines ever published. While that massive crossover made waves by reintroducing Peter Parker's clone, Ben Reilly, and paving the way for Ben to take over the Spider-Man mantle, many readers would just soon forget the whole convoluted thing ever happened. This new Clone Saga is the latest example in ways which Miles' story is going to echo or mirror that of Peter Parker's. Now, early on, Miles was motivated by the tragic death of his mother, Rio, much in the same way Peter seeks to absolve himself in his guilt over Uncle Ben. Most recently, Miles made a deal with Mephisto in the pages of Champions, bringing to mind the infamous One More Day storyline from 2007. Ahmed has confirmed that the new Clone Saga is another example of that trend, even though the scope and execution will be marketed differently. While the original Clone Saga is most notable for reintroducing Ben Reilly to the franchise, Ben wasn't the only Peter Parker clone to feature in that crossover. The misguided anti-hero Kane and the villainous Spider-Side also shared Peter's DNA. Similarly, Miles' clone will feature no fewer than 3 clones of Miles, one of whom seems to have shape-shifting abilities similar to that of Venom or Carnage, while another is decidedly more Spider-Man-like than the rest of them. Look for this new Clone Saga to begin with Spider-Man Miles Morales number 25 hitting stores April 28th. I mean, let's see what happens. I mean, it can't be any worse than the first Clone Saga, right? Yeah. Let's watch this.
Watch this, y'all. Thunder. Thunder. Thunder.
Lannister always pays his debts.
Whoa, dude. I am the villain of the story.
All right, in TV and movie news, Batwoman. Wallace Day takes over Ruby Rose's Kate Kane role. Now, the CW has already recasted Batwoman with the help of Miss Javicia Leslie playing Ryan Wilder, but now the CW's cast Krypton's Wallace Day to take over the role of Kate Kane, the original Batwoman for the series that was originally played by Ruby Rose. As reported by The Hollywood Reporter, this casting news was revealed during the latest episode of Batwoman as Day's Kate Kane was shown bandaged and being held hostage, while she is shown alive yet unrecognizable due to the injuries of the plane crash that occurred at the start of season 2. It's important to note that Kane is no longer Batwoman, and Javicia Leslie, Ryan Wilder, is the first black actress to play the character in a live action role. I mean, I can dig it. I mean, at some point I feel like they would have to bring Kate Kane back, but you know, I've been watching the season so far, and I can't say I've been completely and utterly enjoying it, but it's watchable. I'll put it that way. You know, if Javicia Leslie wasn't playing Batwoman, I probably wouldn't even be watching season 2. But I mean, me personally, I always sort of enjoy any sort of superhero show that kind of plays around the universe of a major character, kind of like Gotham and the Alfred show on Sci-Fi. It's like I don't want to watch a show about people in Batman's universe. I want to watch a show about Batman. To me, it's why Superman and Lois works so well. It's a Superman show, you know? Maybe that's just me. Keanu Reeves' Berserker film and anime series announced for Netflix. Now, this was pretty wild to me. I mean, I know a lot of people, a lot of writers, and a lot of artists who have indie books. You know, from my man Manuel Carmona to my boy Branson with his Protector Saga, and of course my homie Marcus and Greg over there at Skiggy Airs. They've been grinding for a while now, but you know, if you're a celebrity, things work out for you. Anyway, Keanu Reeves recently made his comic book writing debut on the Boom Studio series Berserker, and now the actor will produce and star in a live-action Berserker movie and animated series on Netflix. Netflix has acquired the rights to the series just weeks after the March 3rd release of Berserker #1. The live-action movie will be released first, though no timetable has been revealed. The anime series will follow later and expand on characters and story elements introduced in the movie. Reeves will also lend his voice to the anime. Looks like Reeves is getting that bag. I'm not mad at that though, but you know, hey, like I said, I know plenty of people who have amazing books that need this same shot. But I guess I have to get rich first and make this happen. Yeah, that'll work. Okay, Disney. Release dates have been pushed back for several movies, and some movies have been let's just get to it. So Disney announced a new wave of release dates and delays for a bunch of 2021 movies. The move comes as part of Disney's attempt to gauge when and how the US and other major film markets will bounce back from the COVID-19 pandemic, with government leaders and health experts targeting to an early to mid-July window to normality to return. Disney is getting positioned for when big crowds may regularly be flowing back into theaters. Now, a list of releases: we have Pixar's Luca coming June 18th to Disney+, Free Guy hitting theaters on August 13th, Shang-Chi and the Legends of the Ten Rings hitting theaters on September 3rd, The King's Man will be hitting the theaters December 22nd, Deep Water will be hitting theaters on January 14th of next year, and Death of the Nile will be hitting theaters next year on February 11th. Now, of these updates, the biggest have been the release and the new dates and the strategy of how we will watch Cruella and Black Widow. Both titles will be simultaneously released in theaters and on Disney Plus through the paid Premiere Access feature. As you know, this is $30 and you get to keep the movie as part of your regular digital library. Cruella premieres on May 28th, while Black Widow finally releases on July 9th. Yeah, I'm happy. Now, a lot of people are like, I gotta pay for it. But here's the thing. If you want to see it, why would you not pay for it? Now, I get it. There are some people who have discounts and hookups here and there, and some people who just watch a BitTorrent online and stream it for free, and that's great. But for the rest of the Joe Schmoes out there, a trip to the movie theater is gonna be about $30, maybe even more anyway. $30 and you get to keep the movie for yourself already. I figure, why not? I'm definitely gonna be paying for Black Widow. I probably will for Cruella. It's just that the fact that we have a whole we have had a whole Marvel series end, and we have a new one now beginning, and we still haven't watched Black Widow yet. Yeah, it's about time. Thank you, Disney and Marvel, for listening. Let's get this movie going. And finally, we have a new casting for the Black Adam film. Pierce Bronson, old 007, has been cast as Kent Nelson, aka Dr. Fate, opposite Dwayne Johnson in the upcoming Black Adam movie, as reported by The Hollywood Reporter and confirmed by Deadline. Bronson is the latest key cast member to be added to the film, which will serve as the big screen debut of the Justice Society of America. Dr. Fate is a founding member of the group and possesses sorcery skills bestowed upon him by the Helmet of Naboo. So I see what they're doing. You know, Marvel has, Benedict Cumberbatch as Doctor Strange, and we got Pierce Bronson, stepping into Mr. Steal Your Sorceress. I see what they doing. All right, I got y'all. Y'all got some sexy male sorcerers going on here. I see what y'all doing. All right, I feel it. Pierce Bronson's gonna kill this though. I think he's gonna do a great job. The cast is already looking good. Let's just see what happens going forward if we get a decent villain. If Black Adam is the villain, that'd be great, because I think he is a villain. More like an anti-hero, but definitely a villain. But I'm here for it. Let's see what happens. Let's hop real quick into Thumb Life.
Peace, love, and video games!
That sound like Donkey Kong.
That man is playing Galaga.
All right, gamers. Only one piece of news coming out of Thumb Life. Amazon Games opens new development studio. Before I drop this, if you ain't watching Invincible, you're losing. Let's just put that out there first. Now, Amazon Games announced today that it has opened a new development studio in Montreal, Canada that will focus on creating new original AAA video games. The new Montreal studio joins Amazon Games development studio that already existed in Seattle, Orange County, and San Diego. The announcement follows reports from early February that the company was committed to further video game development despite its rocky history. According to the announcement, the new studio includes Luc Brichard, Xavier Marquise, Andrade Remy, and Romain Remkoff, a group of folks that form the core team of Ubisoft's Rainbow Six Siege. In what should not be a shocking turn of events, the new Amazon Games Development Studio's first project is set to be an online multiplayer title with a new IP. This is kind of exciting. I definitely recognize a few of these names here as far as these head of production and creative content directors, and yeah, this is definitely going to be a good look. I want to see what they're going to do with this new IP, and hopefully they put out some good games. Gaming is always a good thing to do, and I think I'm going to hop into some gaming right now. So I'm going to get out of here. Thank you all for listening. Please subscribe to the content, watch the content, listen to the content. Let your boy know what y'all think about that content. Visit the website, doyouspeakgeek.com. Follow us on social media, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Check out the YouTube channel. Be sure to subscribe and like there. As always, people, live to play to win to live. I speak geek. Do you speak geek?